Well, this is it. Metroid Dread is finally out. Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. I hope you're feeling good today. I'm feeling pretty alright myself. And yeah, I picked up the special edition today. It's like a giant box. I haven't really properly looked at it yet. Like I just took the game out just so I could put the cartridge in. But yeah, I'll show you what the box looks like in a little bit. I haven't actually taken anything else out other than the game itself, but I want to support this game as much as possible because I know Metroid is like a very, very niche like Nintendo franchise, and some people out there think that this game might not succeed. And I really hope that's not the case. I do want this game to succeed. Like, I'm not one of those people that's going to be like, oh, I'll buy like 10 copies of the game. Like, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm not that sort of person. Like, I'll support them financially. I'll buy the collector's edition. I'll buy the amiibos. That's the kind of person I would be in that scenario. But yeah, this is essentially the fifth game in the 2D Metroid series. It's been the first one in, what, over 15 years? When did Metroid Fusion come out? Early 2000? Might be almost 20 years at this point. Jesus, I'm getting old. So let's not dilly-dally, let's get started. I started the stream a bit late tonight because I took a nap beforehand, and predictably my nap went a little bit longer than expected. But I'm up now, I'm refreshed, I'm ready to go. We'll be doing Castlevania Circle of the Moon after this. So it's just a double dose of Metroidvania tonight. I can't believe this is real. It wasn't even that long ago that we learned that this game was even in existence and was like on course for release, and now it's actually here. Kinda weird times. I'll just keep it in the middle, that should be fine. Oh, that's a nice little callback to Super Metroid. Metroid, a virulent floating organism that drains energy from its prey through physical contact. Metroids were originally created by the Chozo, named after the word for ultimate warrior. Their value as a bioweapon sparked several crises, and as a result, all traces of them have been eliminated. They are now extinct. Kinda wish there was a bit of voice acting here, so, you know, I don't have to read it terribly myself. X-Parasite, the gelatinous parasitic organism indigenous to the planet SR388. It could absorb the DNA of its host, living or dead, and replicate its form. When infecting a living host, it could even access the host's memories. X-Parasites were driven not by emotion, but by an instinctive need to replicate and spread to increasingly stronger hosts. Their inability to be controlled marked them as even more dangerous than their sole predator, the Metroids. Like the Metroids, they are believed extinct. Interesting wording, they said believed extinct, which implies they don't actually, like, know that, so they could still be out there. But they're allegedly extinct after the events of Metroid Fusion. So yeah, this is a bit of a recap of what's happened so far. These were the events of Metroid Fusion, where the X-Parasite infected Samus's suit. With no Metroid surviving on SR388, it became infested with the X, horrifying parasites capable of imitating any living being. Unaware of this, I set foot on the planet, got infected, and almost died. I must be like one of the few people who actually kinda like Samus's like fusion suit design from that game. I know it's not really everybody's favourite, it's not as iconic, but it's still a pretty good design in my opinion. The only thing that saved me was a vaccine created from a Metroid DNA, which also left me uniquely able to oppose the X. The ability was tested immediately when I went to a Biologic Space Laboratories BSL research station to investigate a distress signal. the SAX. That was like the best part of that game. There I battled many powerful X forms, including the SAX, which was the X mimicking me in my power suit at full strength. I eventually eliminated the X Menace on SR388 by setting the BSL research station on a collision course with the planet. After that, the X and Metroids were just memories, or so we thought. Just when it all seemed over, the Galactic Federation received a mysterious video transmission. Oh shit. It showed an X alive in the wilds. Uh-oh. Through analysis, proved that the video was real. Although the sender was unknown, the transmission was traced to a particular planet. Let me guess, we're gonna go investigate that planet. It was called ZDR. If the X had somehow escaped extinction out there, they would pose a threat to the entire galaxy. The Galactic Federation dispatched a research team of 7 MI to investigate. I don't know if it's pronounced MI or ME, I think it's ME. An ME is a large research robot designed to capture field samples and extract their DNA. The incredible mobility and protective plating made the strongest stuff in the universe, or made of the strongest stuff in the universe, practically guaranteed the mission's success. But not long after their arrival on ZDR, all communication was lost. What's happening on ZDR? Is the planet really infested with the X? As the only one immune to the parasite, it's up to me to go there and find out. Yep, so something happened to the Emmys, so Samus is being sent out yet again. I've been very much looking forward to this. I've been doing my best to avoid, you know, like spoilers and shit, and thankfully I've been able to avoid those. For the most part anyway. There was one boss that was kind of spoiled, but that was because of Nintendo, you know, really marketing the game hard, but I'll let that slide. It's like one small part of a bigger part of the game, it's fine.
The bounty for this mission does not seem appropriate. The risk clearly outweighs the reward.
I think that's Adam speaking.
Treat our lost assets with care, lady.
Yeah, that's Adam.
Entering the atmosphere in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So, in other video game news, the Nintendo OLED model came out today. The Switch OLED model, I should say. But I don't really care for that, I just want to play my Metroids. But if you picked up an OLED, that's cool. Not for me, sadly, because it's not the Switch Pro that I was hoping for, but both of them came out today. Again, I do like this design also looks pretty cool as well. Like, they're always really good at, like, reinventing the design.
That elevator leads to the depths of an underground facility. Signal quality is likely to be low. Remote communication remains a problem. Try to connect to the facility's network when you reach the bottom. That way, you can gain contact. Many objections, lady.
There you go, there's the famous line. I'm guessing that's a Chozo. Yeah, that's a Chozo. Wasn't expecting things to escalate this quickly. Oh. Alright. And this is where we are now. So, at least they have an explanation as to why Samus lost all of her powers again. Like, it's literally been stripped from our bodies. Right, here we go. So yeah, game runs at 60 frames per second, very nice. For some reason I can't use the D-pad, but that... Actually, you know what? This game doesn't need the D-pad, because this one you can actually aim... Where's the aiming button? Like this game, like Metroid's Return of Samus on the 3DS, you actually need the analog stick for full 360 aiming. So I think I'll just get used to that. I'm playing with what's the controller called? The SN30 Pro. Yeah, the D-pad's used for, let's see. Right, well, left on the D-pad does that. The other three directions don't do anything. I'm guessing those might be mapped to something later. Don't mind me just getting the feel of things. Don't have my morph ball yet. Hold R to ready missiles, press Y to fire. There we go. Some destructible blocks are hidden, standard Metroid stuff. So yeah, I can't go into morph ball mode yet, but I can slide tackle. But if you see like a one tile gap that's like above the ground, then you cannot like slide into it, so that's how they get around that. I keep forgetting if the 3DS remake of Metroid 2 is called Samus Returns or Return of Samus.
Uploading data.
But
I think you know which one I mean, like the modern remake.
Access the network station. Well done, Samus. I have reviewed your vital signs and video log from the data you uploaded.
So there is voice acting in here, but I think it's mainly just going to be Adam. I don't think anyone else. At least, I could be wrong, but maybe there is like some voice acting from other characters. For now, it's primarily just going to be him that will be doing the exposition, like vocally.
I've run a full analysis, but I cannot account for why you lost consciousness. My readings indicate dramatic physical changes in you. Whatever caused these changes seems to have stripped you of most abilities. You might call it physical amnesia. That brings me to your assailant. I am checking the Federation database against your video log. It appears to have been a Chozo. The attacker's identity is not yet clear. I have determined that you are somewhere within the depths of ZBR. Your top priority should be to return to your ship on the surface. This situation is precarious. Trust your instincts as you navigate upward. This planet appears to consist of multiple areas. Shuttles, elevators, and other modes of transport connect them. Keep an eye out for ways to reach the surface. The ship's location is marked on your global map. Check it for yourself. You may encounter pockets of low temperature. Your Metroid DNA renders you vulnerable to such environments. Spending time in cold areas will be harmful to you.
So yeah, this is still a thing from Metroid Fusion.
There are many such cold areas scattered underground. Do not enter them with your basic power suit.
Yeah, we'll need to get the Varia suit before we can do that.
One final thing. Underground interference is preventing radio transmissions. Check in with me at any network stations you find.
Right, okay then. Thank you very much, Adam. Let's save. Oops. Didn't mean to slide tackle there. Press X. Right, okay. So this mechanic returns from the previous, like... Not previous game, but you know what I mean? Like, the most recent, like, Metroid remake game that came out. The counter mechanic, which in my opinion is a really good addition to the Metroid series. Gonna take me a while to get used to it though, because it's been a while. But it's a very, very rewarding mechanic. Gives some much needed, like... Much needed, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically makes it, the combat much better than... Like, not to shit on older Metroid games, but it was pretty much just the same thing with enemies. It was like, aim and shoot. Like, there was nothing more to it than that. Oh, fuck. Couldn't really counter there when I was climbing. Also, there's no charge beam quite yet. Press X while running to execute a powerful dash melee. Unlike other melee counters, the dash melee will damage the enemy. Huh. I wasn't paying attention to the bottom there, and I was wondering why that wasn't going away, but yeah. Let me try that on someone. Well, I'll try that on the next enemy I see. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I am going to... One sec. Bear with me. Where did I set it? There it is. I'm going to be using my Pro Controller instead. I think that's more comfortable for this kind of game, because I was thinking, oh, it's a 2D game, I'll use the D-pad, so I'll use the other controller. But then I remembered, oh wait a minute, this game actually uses the analog stick for a reason. So I'm just going to play with this instead, the Pro Controller. Right, I'll do it on the next person to see, like the next... Oh. If an area on the map is blinking, it indicates that a hidden item is there. Ah, okay. Interesting. Right, cool. Now I've got 17 missiles. Interesting that they start you with missiles in this game, rather than have to look for them. I think I remember this moment from when they first revealed this at E3. Yep, there it is. That's one of the MA robots that the Federation sent out. But it seems to have gone rogue. Oh, jeez. An enemy's attack can be countered by pressing the X button at the exact moment of the flash. However, the timing is extremely difficult to gauge, making this a desperate maneuver. Right. Good to know that you can do that. Yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of there. Yeah, I think this will be the Mr. X of this game. Just gonna be constantly hunting you down. Expect me to die many times, by the way. Nice. So the energy from the central unit transformed the arm cannon into an Omega cannon. Omega Blaster Online. Hold L to use the emote. Alright. Kind of a weird control system. It's like hold L to aim, then hold R to charge, and then while still holding L and R, you press the Y button. So I have to like press the buttons, essentially, to do that. Nice. I'm guessing that one already being better than broken. You can't really do that to all of the Emmy robots, but you can do it to that one. Oh, okay then. Well, I guess that there goes that. I love how they cock tease you. It's like, oh, you want a wall jump up there? Nope, you can't wall jump because of those slanted edges. If only I could jump a little bit higher. So yeah, it's Metroid. Definitely feels like Metroid so far. Is this an elevator? Oh no, it's a save station. Yeah, there'll probably be more Omega cannons along the way. Yeah, you can't jump higher in water, so can't go that way. Oh wait a minute, does that one require the missiles? Nah. We did say I had to go upwards. Can I? Yeah, I can zoom in, right. Right, I'm gonna go down there and go around that way, maybe... Can I? Oh shit, you can place a marker? Right, that's cool. Right, I'll go down there and look around there then. But I need to ascend. Like, he did say I had to, like, go upwards. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, that ain't happening. Guess there was something in here that I missed. Yeah, this place is glowing, so I guess there's something in here I didn't get. Maybe it's back in that room. Or not. Yeah, just shoot everything. Actually, wait a minute. It's above you. When you say above me, do you mean in this room? Sorry, I'm being bad at Metroid, don't mind me. I like how the game just kinda like leaves me to my own devices. Make me look like a bad gamer. I actually don't know what to do. I've only just started, I'm already lost. Yeah, the room's glowing, but I don't know what to do, that's the thing. Because I can't jump up there. Like, cause I'll show you something, like, cause I go up here, right? Can't get in the room from that way because of this small gap here, cause I can't, like, morph ball my way in, since I lack the morph ball. Oh. Any ideas? I wonder if Vinny's gonna be streaming this tonight. Like, he's starting to get back into streaming again. Right, let me check over here. Right. Events. Right, so I'm going to, since I can't seem to do anything in this room, maybe I should backtrack. Because I can't really get up there. Right, guess we backtracking then. Maybe the game wanted me to think I could do something up there and it's like, nope, you gotta backtrack a little bit. There we go. That's the good shit. I can't break that yet. Oh. Can't go up there? Right, okay then, well at least I know I can't backtrack. Guess we're just gonna look around until I find like a breakable wall or something, and then I can figure out where to go from there. Oh. Oh. Please wall kick. There we go. I can't use the Omega Beam, it's no longer with me. Like, the Omega Beam disappeared right after I destroyed the Emmy. Like, I'm back to my regular beam. The one I'm using right now. Could you imagine if somebody like Nintendo, like, imagine this. Nintendo markets the fuck out of this game. I guess I have to, like, cause I go this way and then... Maybe I... Oh, wait a minute. I can break that, can't I? Ah, right, okay. Now that makes sense. That makes sense. I can't believe I didn't fucking pick up on that, like, block there. But yeah, could you imagine, like, Nintendo's been marketing this game really fucking hard, right? I'll hold on to that thought. I've got, like, a really funny scenario in my head that I want to talk about. Uh-oh. Is this one of those areas with more Emmy robots? Right, well, Arteria. I like the noise filled, like the noise grain thing that's happening with this area. I don't know if it's like noise grain, there's a word for it, it's like kind of got a filter over it for the specific zone. Oh. Here we go. I should do a death count for this game. Alright, here we go. Okay, that's a nice touch of the HD rumble. It's doing like heart beating. Alright. Well, at least I didn't die to that part. That was the part where the original Metroid Dread reveal trailer happened, by the way, like the part where Samus, like, dies. Or at least it's implied that she dies to the first enemy. You should make a death counter. You know what? I'm gonna do that. It won't take me more than a minute. Hang on. Let me just set this up real quick. Metroid Dread. Save. Again, this won't take too long. Fallout. Let me change that real fast. Yeah, like if you don't know what Fallout means, don't worry about it. Watch my Super Monkey Ball stream from last night. Right, let's see. Where is... Right, death counter. Let me just, would be nice if I had access to my second monitor right now, but my second monitor is being used for the game. Don't know if that's going to line up. Let me just add a few more spaces to that, actually. Too many. Alright, that works. Sorry, I'm not like trying to do something, but I can only see so much of my monitor right now while I'm doing it. But I think that'll work. Right, okay then, so let me just test to make sure that's working. Yeah, that's working. Right, okay then, so death counter has began. Expect that to go up quite a bit. Like, if you fuck up with the Emmys, then it's like instant death from what I understand. Missile tank acquired. Like, there is a chance for you to counter the Emmy, but it's like apparently extremely difficult to time it, and if you mess up the timing, there's no coming back from it. Oh. Save station. / Adam station.
Uploading data.
Both enemy you encountered were clearly trying to capture you. They may have been hacked. If so, it's reasonable to assume all enemy will be hostile. Enemy send out a pulse to detect vibrations in the air within a certain range. Essentially, they can hear you. Upon detecting vibrations, an enemy enters surveillance mode to track their source. Stay out of its line of sight when this happens. Otherwise, the danger to you increases dramatically. An enemy that has seen you will begin pursuit. Part of the pursuit protocol is to seal the enemy's own exits. You will be trapped inside. To survive, you must leave its range of pursuit, evade the enemy, and it will disengage. This will also unseal the exits. An enemy never leaves its assigned zone. Their control system must permit them to operate only within that range. I estimate a 99% probability of death if an enemy captures you. There may be a very small opportunity to escape, but exploiting this window will be virtually impossible.
Yeah, like I said, it won't be easy. Like if it does grab me, then there's a very high chance that it will be a death, essentially.
The enemy are immune to your current weapons. You lack the unique energy used to defeat the first enemy. Your only option now is to evade capture and find an exit. Your highest priority in an enemy zone should be simply to survive.
God, wouldn't it be late if, like, very late game we get, like, a really powerful weapon and we can just, like, wipe out the enemy just like that? That'd be so fucking cool. Like, I don't know if that's gonna happen yet, but I feel like that might be a possibility down the line. Right, well, I guess I can only go this way for now. There we go. Missile expansion. Oh, wait a minute. I can't go into morph ball mode yet. God damn it. Cock tease. Right, back into the MA zone. I hear one. Oh! No! No! Oh! Oh my god! Shit. How did that not see me? Jesus. We've only just started. Oh shit. They heard that. Nope. No. Nah! Right time for my first death. Nothing here. Right. So I need to get around that. Oh! Oh god. I both love and hate this. It's so fucking good. This is like a very appropriate spook game, by the way. Like, it doesn't seem like it because you would think Metroid, oh, happy-go-lucky Nintendo. No, this is a spook game. This is my kind of spook game. Oh, thank God. Right, well, I didn't die yet. I'm surprised I didn't die to that. Deaths will be inevitable, though. I feel like I will get my first death before too long. Oh, that's right, Morph Ball is not enabled yet, so I can't climb up there yet. I imagine it won't be too long before I get the Morph Ball mode again. That's usually like one of the first things you get in Metroids. Alright, let's save. Yeah, this is exactly why it's called Dread. Like, it just gives you that constant feeling of dread as you play it. Like, it's only like the first hour of the game and already the feeling is like very much established. I love how they put the E-tank there to cock tease you. Again, I can't really get in there right now, so I'll have to come back to that. I'll have to remember. In fact, you know what? We're going to mark that. Actually, hang on a minute. Uh-oh. I don't know exactly where it was. I think it was around here. Oh, I can't wall kick in the water, I don't think. Yeah, that doesn't work. Yeah, placing down multiple map markers is going to be very handy. Check out them water physics. Nice. Right, well with that, we can now wall kick our way up to that door that I saw. You don't need to worry about Samus drowning, like, I think her suit protects her from that. I like these Chozo runes that we see in these, like, various rooms. There seems to be, like, some sort of, like, Chozo planet. Maybe it's like the Chozo homeworlds. Ah, right, okay then. Let's save our progress. So yeah, this is the map room. On the map, the yellow rooms are the saving facilities. Purple rooms contain transportation devices. Right, so... Purple rooms, gonna be looking for them. So that we can travel elsewhere. Gonna have to get really good at timing this. There we go. Right, well, there's my missile expansion. Oh, you bastard! Doesn't matter, this was the same room anyway. I've got 21 missiles now, so it's fine. In fact, I should save the game again. So, speaking of that death counter, how about that Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania stream I did last night? Right, I died over and over and over again on the last couple levels of, like, that challenge modes. And that was normal difficulty. Oh. Oh, well, let's just take me back there again. Actually, was there something I missed up here? Let me check again. Like, because it must look back around for a reason. There we go. Mark that for later. Right, well, I don't want to go back to the MA zone, because I don't think that's where I'm supposed to go. I guess I'm just going to continue looking down here. Oh, there's a door there. Don't know if I can get in that yet, though. Yeah, let's see what's back over here again. Ah, right, missiles, get rid of those very quickly. Yeah, I'm quite liking this so far. Like, we've only just started the game, but it already feels like a Metroid game. So here's that funny scenario that I had in my head. Like, you know, Nintendo's been marketing this game really hard, like they want this game to succeed. Imagine, like, because it's a very niche franchise, right? So not a ton of people inside the Nintendo, like, echelon, or whatever word I'm looking for, has, like, played a Metroid game. You know, because they haven't sold that well in general. Like, the best-selling one is, like, I think the NES game at 2.7 million, so just shy of 3 million. It's not a big number. So there's a path down there. So here's my funny thing that I was thinking about, like a hypothetical. So Nintendo markets this game really hard. Oh, right, so I didn't realise there was a door here. Let me finish my thought. So Nintendo markets the game really hard, and there's this, like, just generic, like, everyday gamer who loves video games, but they've never played a Metroid game before, and then they are like, oh, this game looks cool, I'm gonna try out Metroid Dread. And then they play Metroid Dread, they get stuck for like 5 minutes like I did, and then they give up. Wouldn't that be fucking funny? Yeah, this game sucks. Yeah, Metroid sucks, I hate Metroid, I'm never buying Metroid again. Pull a Cuphead. Ah. Uh-oh. It helped me. Later! I'm assuming those drones will alert them. Nice. I haven't died yet. Surprisingly. What's this? Is that the weapon refill station? Yeah. Energy and weapon refill. So yeah, those symbols indicate energy recharge. Missile tank up there. Speaking of Cuphead, I'm looking forward to when the new Cuphead DLC finally comes out. That's a missile door. Oh! There we go, charge beam acquired. I just got that dopamine hit as soon as I saw that sitting Chozo statue. Holding your item. Right, force focuses beam energy to unleash a powerful shot. Press and hold the Y button to charge and then release the fire. Charge shots damage enemies immune to normal beam shots, such as robots and bosses. They can also open charge beam doors. In addition, Samus can perform a charge attack by spin jumping when the beam is fully charged. Alright. Yep, there's the spin attack. And now I can open those, like, darkened doors now with it. Let me just see what's up here first. Oh, you can't slide tackle when you're in the water. Right, guess we need to get the morph ball then. That might be next. Also, I'm noticing some wildlife in the background. That might be those, like, bird things that we saw, like in Super Metroid, in Metroid Fusion. Right, first E-tank. The first of many. finally getting into the swing of things now. Yeah, get fucked. So far the game controls great, and I'm glad to see that it runs at 60 frames per second, because the 3DS game was capped at like 30, because, you know, 3DS. But it's nice to have like a AAA, like high budget, like 60 frames per second, like Metroid game that looks like this. Right, well I guess I need to go back into that zone. Or at least I thought I had to go back here. I'll just continue looking for doors that I can open with my charge beam. Right, maybe I should go up there. Just guidelines. You can put down multiple of the same colour as well, that's great. I'm gonna use red as guiding posts, so that I know where I'm going. In green will tell me where to come back to for items. I don't know what I'm gonna use the other colours for yet. There's a charge beam near the save room. Oh, you mean charge beam door? Yeah, that's what I'm doing that for. Right, so remove that. Remove that. MA zone. One thing that's weird about this game, like, I'm tilting the analog stick as lightly as I can, and, like, Samus just, like, runs full dashing. I don't think there's a way to make her tiptoe in this game. Is this a boss? There may be a boss encounter coming up. Uh-oh. No! Oh no! Oh! No! Fuck! Damn it, that's my first death. Now let's try again. I think the game checkpoints when you enter the MA zones, so I don't have, have to go back to the save room again. Yeah, we're back in the MA zone, or just outside of the MA zone, rather. Yeah, I want to get down there, I guess. I see what they're doing there, sneaky. Make you think you can reach it, and then you're still short of it. I don't see any other way around here. Okay, didn't notice me. Shit. It's aware. I think I took the wrong turn at Albuquerque. Yeah. Damn it, I'm gonna have to go back around again, I think. Unless I was supposed to go out that way and go up here for something. Well, I got that. Oh, there's a charge door up there. Right, let's go up there then. My priority right now should be looking for charge doors. So this room I can also save in. This room looks different. Hey there, Green. Not much. Just enjoying some Metroid. I've only just started it, but I'm loving it so far. Oh. Traditional Metroid blocks. Oh. I don't know what's up with my timing there. Oh, shite. There we go. Sorry, my timing was way off there for some reason. Oh, shit. Okay, that's cool. Wait, is that floating backwards? The fuck? Ah, too early. There we go. Sorry, when there's more than one of them, it's kind of hard to like gauge exactly which one I'm reacting to. Whereas if it's just one, you can focus on that. Let me see which door I should go in. I guess maybe this one first. Oh shit. Yeah, don't want to go in there yet. Too hot. Save room. So yeah, we won't be going back to that room until I get the Varia suit, which that's going to take a while. Watch Mel use the counter mechanic terribly. But yeah, I have streamed all of the Metroid games. When I say Metroid, I mean like the 2D ones. So Metroid 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, when I say Metroid 1 and 2, I'm talking about the remakes, Zero Mission and the 3DS remake of 2. And then of course Super Metroid and then Fusion. Like I did like a marathon of those very recently when this game got announced. But I've also streamed, what was that game called? Another Metroid 2 remake, and I also streamed, what was it? I think that's it really, in terms of like 2D Metroids that I've streamed in the past. I didn't stream the remake of Metroid 2 recently, like I did that years ago, when that game first came out. In when did that game come out? 2017? Good few years ago. Recharge station. Oh, the thermal fuel flow has been redirected. So maybe that room that was too hot for me is now cool. Or maybe I should go in there. Okay, well there's still shit going on there. So this room apparently is still too hot. Yeah. Guess we're going this way instead. Nope, we're not. Can't go in there yet. Right, guess I have to look for another way. I guess, like, disabling the thermal flow has done something somewhere else. Like, I know I'm going round in circles right now, I just wanted to make sure that I found everything. Ah! But I can't get in there right now. Also, let me try this. Nice. Yeah, that works. The thermals are for the doors that are locked. I guess I could check my map to see which doors I've not opened yet. Oh yeah, there is a door there that's open now. Oh. Right, let's see then, so... Yeah, that's what a thermal door looks like, so I'm looking for those now. There's a thermal door there that seems to lead that way, but that's in the MA zone. Any thermal doors outside of that? This one's still closed. Guess we're going back to the MA zone. Can't seem to go anywhere else right now. This whole sector is closed off from everywhere else. Right, let's go back to the MA zone then. There's one down below me. Can I reach that though?
There was no record of your assailant in the Federation database. However, there are records of a chosen warrior tribe. There is a strong possibility the two are connected. You have seen the warrior tribe's architecture and artifacts on this planet. I conclude that this was one of their settlements. But why would someone lead you here and send the ME after you? The footage of the X-Parasite may have been staged to lure you in. The situation remains unclear, but your priority hasn't changed. You must return to the ship. You have activated the magma supply system that has restored power to the closed thermal doors. Seek them out to proceed.
Right,
Continue
okay.
to search for the unique energy you employed against the first enemy. It is the only way you can confront them.
So the Omega Cannon is like a temporary thing you need for certain moments in the game. Right, got it.
Unfortunately, this energy is limited. You may have noticed it dissipating after an enemy is destroyed. There are 6 remaining enemy hunting you. You have no means to confront them. Remember that.
6 more ME out in this area. Right. Right, well this door's open now. Thank you. Right, so yeah, I think I want to go through this thermal door here to proceed. At least I think so, because there's like something over there. There's a door down here. Right, okay then, so... Open. Oh, jeez. Oh, fuck. Just taking my sweet time here. Okay, so there is a boss here. They're gonna just need to keep doing damage to this thing. But yeah, these rings, I think they're referencing the rings that you see when you fight Mother Brain. Oh god, speaking of Mother Brain. Yeah, it's like Mother Brain Jr. Oh, here we go. Got the Omega Cannon again. Ah. So I can do that, but yeah, this is what I want to do to get rid of the Emmy. Fuck! No! Ah! Shit! I wasn't sure if it was coming around that way. Fuck! Please tell me I start there again. Right, thank God. Oh, wait a minute. Right, let's do that again. If I miss, I die. No! Damn it. Well, I don't think I missed. I think it takes more than one hit. I need to find a place where I've got a bit more breathing room. I can't really do it there. Oh. Oh my god. I like how they're doing this like crawling mode right now. I see why they've got these long stretch of corridors here now. Here it comes. Fuck! Shit! Ah! You need to use the Omega stream first? Oh shit. I wasn't paying attention to that then. I mean, I guess it teaches you that there. I thought it was just for the doors. Oh hey, look, Vinny just started streaming Metroid Dread. Break. Right, that broke it. Uh-oh. Now it's on its feet. There we go. That's how you take care of him. Gotta break the shielding first. Took me like 2 extra deaths to realise that, but hey. Right, there are 5 Emmy robots left in this area. Oh. Spider magnet required, or acquired. I'm good with words. Ah. Allow Samus to attach to blue magnetic surfaces and ceilings using a magnetic field. Tilt the L stick in the direction of certain walls and ceilings to grab on. Samus can move and attack while in this state. Hold up while attached to a ceiling to press against it. That's cool. So this is new. Right, there goes the Omega Cannon for now. I guess I've got to fight, like, bosses to get those. Like that Mother Brain Jr. Right, so I can do this now. This room is free to explore. Oh, you've got a point actually, because the filter's gone. Ah. God, this game's so good so far. Yeah, but the room's not grey anymore, meaning that there are no more Emmys in this area. So I'm pretty much free to explore it now without any issues. I wonder how much my death count's gonna go up throughout this playthrough. Like, I'm gonna guess... I don't know... about... 31? I could see myself dying a lot in this game. Oh right, I can't morph ball my way in there. Oh. Right, okay, that whole thing's destructible. Hang on. Let me try clinging to that wall there. Ah. I don't know if anybody heard about this rumour, but apparently, what's the name of the company? Retro are working on remastering / remaking Metroid Prime 1 for the 20th anniversary next year. I don't know if there's any validity to that, but apparently it's in the works. So, I've been considering streaming Metroid Prime Trilogy because I still have the collection on my Wii U. But I'm gonna hold off on that for now and see what happens with Metroid Prime getting, like, remastered or whatever. I guess it would explain why they're not... Oh, shit. It would explain why Metroid Prime Trilogy hasn't been released on the Switch yet, because you think that would be a no-brainer. But there may have been, like, an ulterior motive to that, like Nintendo slash Retro have been planning for, like, a remaster of the first game in particular. And don't want the trilogy to kind of, like, sabotage the potential sales figures of that. Uh-oh. It's a fucking Metroid Omega thing. Whatever this is called. This is Omega, right? Or at least it's one of those Metroid things. I'm guessing I'll get the Omega Cannon from this, or I'll get, like, a power-up or something. It's not a Metroid. Well, it's something at least. Oh. Camouflage technique. Oh, I see. Ow! Shit! Uh-oh. Fuck you. I got a bunch of hits in there. Yeah, you want some of this? Finish it. Samus winding up for the finishing shot. Holy shit. Nice. God, she's such a badass as well. I love it. The fuck did I get though? I'm guessing camouflage technology of some sort, since that seems to be its ability. Phantom cloak acquired. Right, so I guess I can temporarily hide myself from the enemy now. That's cool. Oh, the Aeon from the Metroid 2 remake is back. So yeah, that was like where you could do temporary abilities, but you could only do them for so long. An Aeon ability that renders Samus invisible to enemies by refracting light so that she can move silently, albeit at slower speed. With full Aeon, press the R button, the right stick button to activate. Press again to deactivate. Aeon will slowly be consumed while this ability is activated. Moving or firing weapons while activated will consume additional Aeon. Once all Aeon has been depleted, the Phantom Cloak will consume energy instead. It should deplete energy to 1. It will should it deplete to 1, it will deactivate automatically. After deactivation, Aeon will begin to recharge automatically once Samus makes any actions. Right. Interesting. Right, well there you go. You can move slower in this mode. It's kind of like... Has anyone here ever played Crisis? It's kind of like when you get the cloaking mode in that game, and it's like... It spends energy, but it spends less energy when you're like standing still. I should stream Crisis sometime, that game's great. I've not like really played that much of it, but I remember enjoying that game. It seems like the kind of game I would enjoy a full playthrough of. I've never played Crisis 2 or 3 though, only the first one. Right, okay, so where to next? Guess we just continue looking for more doors. Maybe I should go talk to Adam. Yeah, let's go back up there. Oh, wait a minute. Ah! There we go, that's how you get around those. So I guess I should look for those doors. Sensor lock door? Yeah, we should look for those. I should probably save first, so let me go back to the network room. Ouch. Could you imagine if that fucking thing killed me? Like, I forgot my health was, like, relatively low after that fight. Oh. Let me just save again so that I get to keep my health and stuff. My health and missiles. Alright, let's go back. But yeah, even though I'll be doing like some Spoop games in the back half of the month, I guess this kind of like kicks off Spoop month. Because it is a very appropriately, you know, kind of a scary game. I mean, it's not really a scary game, but you know, it gives that sense of like, you know, dread. Haha, get it? I am bad at reacting to these guys. I'm just going to do that instead. Again, when I see more than one of them, I'm struggling to like react to them individually. Right, so yeah, we're gonna go down. Gonna go back down there. How much you want to bet that at some point in this game, when I get the power bombs, I can break this tunnel wide open? I feel like that's gonna happen at some point. Oh. Go! You doubt it? Maybe a tunnel somewhere in the game that does that. Ah yes, fire.gif. My favourite. That's fine, just a singe. It's no big deal. Ah, it's an elevator. Alright. Guess we're gonna check out the next area. We'll come back here later. So yeah, I've been really enjoying this game so far. It's pretty much everything I wanted in a new Metroid game, and then some. Like, the people who made this game, fuck, what are they called again? I forgot their names. Maybe it says it on the box. I've got the box next to me. Shit. Can't seem to find that information. Mercury something? Mercury Steam. Yeah, so Mercury Steam, like, they did a really good job with, like, the Return of Samus, or Samus Returns, whatever it's called on the 3DS. You know what I mean. And I'm glad to see that Nintendo, like, tasked them with, like, not doing a remake, but like a full-blown sequel to Metroid Fusion. So I think that speaks volumes for like how good of a remake Metroid 2 was on the 3DS, for them to give Mercury Steam the task of like making this game. And so far from what I'm seeing, it seems like they've succeeded, because it definitely feels like, you know, the next true Metroid game. Based on my first impressions of it so far. Right, time for some Adam exposition.
Uploading data.
CPR appears to be powered by thermal energy. Magma is pumped from the planet's interior and routed from there.
I guess that would explain that lava flow that I saw going backward from, like, the surface.
I have located the central routing system for the magma. It is here in Cataris. Samus, your current suit cannot protect you as you explore Cataris. The extreme heat of the lava is too much for it. Under no circumstances should you enter high temperature areas. I note a shuttle somewhere above here. Use it to find a path forward. There is one other thing to discuss. It is your new Phantom Cloak ability. The Phantom Cloak prevents the enemy from detecting you. Thus far, your only option was to run. Now, bypassing them is also an option. Use this to reach your objective. Note that using the Phantom Cloak severely decreases your mobility, and direct contact with an enemy will still result in capture. It is up to you whether to hold your position. Just be aware of your surroundings. The Phantom Cloak is useless. Once an enemy sees you, you will need to evade capture until it gives up pursuit. The Phantom Cloak can remain active after your aim has been depleted. It will consume your life energy instead. Consider it a desperate measure. Remember, it cannot drain your energy down to nothing. Judicious use of this technique will improve your probability of survival.
Right, okay then. I do remember the tutorial telling me about that. That I can't Like, it will start draining my health, but it won't actually kill me if it goes down to 1. But I should only use it sparingly in that case. That's kind of cool. Like, you don't have to, like, jump up onto that small bit. She just kind of, like, automatically... What's the word I'm looking for? Like, she just automatically vaults up onto it without you having to press a button. I like that. Oh, jeez. Guess that'll open some more doors for me. Or hatches. Recharge station. Nice. Oh yeah, I forgot you could do this thing, the melee strike, the mobile one. Yeah, get fucked. So while we're talking about spoopy month, because we're in October now, I'm thinking of checking out the Saw movies, or not Saw, sorry, the Halloween movies. I don't know if I'm going to watch Saw. Would you recommend the Halloween movies, at least the first few? For that matter, should I watch Saw? Like, is that actually good? Because I really don't know. I don't know, I think this year I should, like, watch some Halloween movies. Both literally and, like, metaphorically, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't. Like, I should watch just Halloween-themed movies, but also watch the Halloween movies, as in movies called Halloween. Spin! Oh. Gotta watch out for those. Oh. I like how the music suddenly changed it with that dramatic sting because I walked in there. Oh. Yeah, maybe I should have gone in that door above first. Oh no! Jesus. I'm guessing this also leads to... Oh, I can't even open that. I was gonna say, I'm guessing that also leads to like a high temperature area, but no, that door is just inaccessible right now. Nicely timed. Uh-oh. MA zone. God, the way... like, I know they're supposed to be, like, robots, but the way they move is really fucking unsettling. Right. Right, well, let's see if I can find a way out of here. So that we can continue exploring this zone. So wait, I can... Right, so I can do that if I want. Oh no! Oh fuck! Damn it. I'm just testing things, don't mind me. One sec. Waiting for that to refill. Hurry up. Right, okay, I'm just making sure that I can activate that while I'm already climbed up onto the ceiling. Oh, you motherfuck. Damn it. Yeah. I need to wait for it to pass by. Like, I think it wants me to do this and wait for it to, like, pass by under me, then I can, like, go over through here. You can see it on the map. Oh, I hate you so much! Fucking knew that was gonna happen. Like, I wasn't sure if it was even coming this way. Try that again. Yeah. There is. Oh, you fuck. Okay. Right, we're in pursuit now. Ugh. cling on for dear fucking life. Oh no! Yes! Oh no. Oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Don't you... I hate this so much. Move, 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 move. Oh my fucking god. Again, I both love and hate this. It's so fucking good. Oh. I think I underestimate my death estimate for this playthrough. I think it's going to be more than 31 actually. Like, I'm not even 2 hours in and I've already died 6 times. All of those deaths from Emmys. I haven't died to any enemies, I've not died from the bosses. Well, 1 boss so far. Actually 2 bosses, if you count Mother Brain Jr. But yeah. Right, we're safe for now. I'm glad that they put recharge stations next to the save points. Saves like it cuts down on like backtracking and whatnot. Actually, hang on a second. Can I get over there? Guess not. I'm guessing I need to find something to open that hatch with. Do I have to go back into the MA zone again? I might have to. Yeah. There's nothing in there that I can do right now, because there is that area which obviously I can't really go in. I guess I have to find a different way out. Maybe that door? Doesn't give me a lot of time to get ready. Just trying to figure out how to get into that door. If I can even go in there. Follow the active pipe? What, this thing? I mean, oh, wait a minute, you mean the pipe back there? Oh, I see. I don't know if I can get up there, though. The one that glows is active? Oh, wait a minute, right, so I can't activate this one yet. Oh. Bastards! Fuck off! Nope. Nope. No! Yeah, see you later. You're gonna hear me swear a lot when I get to those ME zones. Like, cause one minute I'll be like, oh, this game is awesome, I love it. Like, this is a great Metroid game. And then when I get to the ME zones, I'll be like, fuck off! Nope, can't go in there. There we go. Right, I've got the timing for that down now. But yeah, this game is great. I do love that, again, the sense of dread that it's, like, giving you. Like, apparently that was the reason the original, like, we all know the story, like, Metroid Dread was, like, at some point, like, supposedly leaked that it was being in development for the DS, like, many, like, I don't know, journalists or something said that Metroid Dread was in development, like it was reported on back then. But then, let me see what's over here first. Yeah, that's what I thought. But yeah, then apparently the game, for some reason or another, just didn't end up coming out. And then we only found out, like, this year at E3 when they revealed this game, that yes, there was a DS version of this game in development, but due to technical restraints, they couldn't quite get the game... Like, I forgot the guy's name that's, like, directing the Metroid series, but his vision couldn't quite be realised with the technology back then. So that's why it's taken this long for us to finally get Metroid Dread. Oh. Yeah. Damn it. Gonna have to wait for that now. So when is that Animal Crossing Direct? Because I might watch it, but I don't know if I'm going to live stream it. Like, I kind of burnt out of Animal Crossing like a year ago. I haven't streamed it since. Depends on how much content there is if I want to, like, stream that game again. Right, well, I've not been up here yet. This must be the other one. Right, okay, so I know where I'm going now. Alright, cool. I have to go back into the ME zone, but it's only for like 2 seconds, because I know exactly where I'm going now. There you go, I told you it was like 2 seconds. One sec. Want to try something? I don't think it's possible to cheese this. Maybe. Like, I know this isn't the intended way, but just bear with me a second. I want to see if you can sequence break. They may have designed it in such a way that you can't actually do this, but I'm curious anyway because it looks like I can reach that. I guess not. Never mind. I'm sure someone out there can sequence break this game, it ain't gonna be me. Also, there is nothing I can do in here, so I guess I just wasted my time. I need to find something to move this so I can go up there. Damn it. Ugh. Not out of the woods yet. The woods being the MA zone. Okay, now we're out of the woods. Ah, can breathe easy again. That feeling of relief and satisfaction when you find yourself on the other ends. God. I don't know if I can counter while clinging onto a wall. I don't think you can. Oh yeah, so I want to talk about something. I'm not going to do it here because I'm just enjoying this game too much to like really get into it. But I want to talk about the shit show that happened with Twitch like a few days ago because that's it's kind of important. So yeah, I'll talk about that when we play Castlevania Circle of the Moon. I think that's a better time to discuss that.
Uploading data.
ME stands for Extraplanetary Multiform Mobile Identifier. It can procedurally modify and enhance its own capabilities. Its ability to configure itself to fit into narrow spaces is a standard feature. Any ME you encounter will likely do so as it pursues you. You are not capable of destroying their armor plating. This would be true even at your full capabilities.
Huh. Okay then.
You are faced with overwhelming power. Accept your helplessness.
I feel like this line here is going to be a meme or something.
Study each ME carefully and use the Phantom Cloak to advance. There are risks even here. The Phantom Cloak reduces your mobility and consumes more AN when you move or shoot. It is still your best chance at survival. Do not hesitate to destroy an enemy whenever you discover more unique energy. This was not one of your original priorities. However, I see no other way to accomplish your goal. These existential threats cannot be sanctioned.
Right. I'll play this for like another 30 to 60 minutes and then we'll do some Castlevania, because I'm going to be playing the Advanced Collection next. Again, tonight is a double bill of like Metroidvania games. Castlevania is also kind of a spoop game if you think about it. It's not really spoopy, but it's spoop related. Ouch. Wow, that took a good bit of health off me. Unless... Wait, did it? Oh, wait a minute. The save stations don't actually heal you. Never mind then. I don't know how much that did, but maybe like 20 to 30 damage. Emmy valve, so that means that only the Emmys can go through there, and I can't. Shit, I pressed the wrong button! I pressed Y, not X. Fuck. Alright, one for the death counter. I should have like possibly destroyed that. I don't know if you can destroy them. Either that or like reposition myself so that wouldn't happen. Yeah, I should have figured that drone was going to cause me trouble. Please move. Please move! Damn it. I just wanted that thing to move by, but it wouldn't fucking do it quick enough. Try that again. Oh. Okay, that was a bit unexpected. Hang on. Try that again. Shit. Got to keep in mind those things there. Uh-oh. Wow. I am doing bad at this. Right, okay then. Like, 'cause I didn't want to be a pansy and just, like, run all the way back out the MA zone. Like, I wanted to actually find a place to stop. But even then, I still couldn't fucking find a good place to stop at. I didn't take into account that the Emmys can go through those tunnels. It won't hear me if I... Okay, now it helped me, but I'm on the other side, so it's fine. Everything's fine now. Thank God. Oh, map room. Yep, died 9 times so far. Like, the Emmy segments are genuinely terrifying. I love it. Like, it's basically, like, that was the best part of, like, Metroid Fusion when you're being hunted down by the SAX. But in that game, it was relatively scripted and kind of, you know, it sort of, like, funnels you toward your goal, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't really... Like, yeah, there was a sense of dread in that as well, but it was more, like, heavily scripted and not, like, you know, more natural. This game, they tried to, like, up it and make it more, like... I don't know how to, like, articulate this into words, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. Basically, this is a better version of how the SAX was handled in Metroid Fusion. Feels like an evolution of that idea. And unlike the SAX in Metroid Fusion, this is like a big part of the game. It's not like a small part that you see for like maybe, I don't know, 10% of the game. Like, this is like a really big part you'll be seeing over and over. Oh hey, look, I got 69 on my energy thing, my health meter. Ooh. Wow, there's like 2 energy tanks next to each other, but they're both in the heat zone, so I can't really grab them right now. I'll mark them for later. Weird that I've not seen the Morph Ball bomb yet. The Morph Ball, I mean. Just the Morph Ball in general. Right, okay, I can use that now. Ah. Okay, the area is no longer heated, so I can now go in that room. Cool. Also, all the fire is gone. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you guys. I'm just going to show you it real quick. Like, I picked this up early this morning. So yeah, there's what the Metroid Dread Collector's Edition looks like. It's a gigantic box. Like, look at my keyboard behind it, if you want a sense of the scope and size of this thing. Again, I haven't really looked into the actual... Like, I haven't looked at the content of the box itself outside of, like, the game that's in there. But yeah, I've got the actual game box as well with the cartridge. It's inside the Collector's Edition. So... yeah, I'm quite happy about that. I'm glad that it didn't get stolen in a truck. Like those... I don't know if anyone remembers or heard about this, but in the UK, back when Splatoon on the Wii U was a new game, there was supposed to be a Splatoon amiibo triple pack, where it was like Inkling Boy, Inkling Girl, and the Squid thing. And there was supposed to be a big shipment of them going to Game, which is the UK equivalent of GameStop. But then there was like a heist that took place where somebody hijacked the truck and then took all the shipment of those with it. So as a result, nobody in the UK could get a hold of those amiibo. And for a while, like, scalpers, you know, being scalpers, would like sell them for a high price. So that was a lot of fun at that time. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't come to that sort of situation, because I was like half expecting, oh, because I pre-ordered from game, this is going to happen. Obviously, it didn't come to that, and thank God it didn't, but it's just funny for me to think about. Right, so I need to go back down there now. Oh, that's cool. When you're in camouflage mode and you, like, land on the ground, you make no noise. Okay, so now where do I go? Oh, I guess I've got to go back up there. So let me just retrace my steps. So I want to get here. Right, so let me just put some markers down so I can guide my way toward there. Nope. Noping the fuck out of that one. Oh yeah, let me recharge first. Right, I'm in the right direction now. Before I go over there, let me get that E-tank. I'm assuming that platform stays down now. Yep, there we go. E-tank acquired. Might as well check this side first before I go back there. Let's not do that actually. I'm gonna go get that other E-tank that I saw. There we go. Oh, I see. Right, so this is not an E-tank, but I got it. So energy part acquired, 1 of 4. Collect 4 to increase energy capacity. I'm guessing this is for the Aeon, I think. I'm not really sure. Not sure where it tells you about that. Also, while I'm here, get rid of that, get rid of that. I love the marker system, like that's a really good feature to have. It's simple, but it's effective. It's a really good thing to be able to do in this game. Right, let's continue going along the path that I should be going along. I should save the game actually before doing that, because you never know what's coming up next. I think I'll play this for like another 30 minutes. Like, I'm enjoying myself too much. Not sure if there's anything hidden in here, doesn't seem like it. Nope. Just checking. I'm guessing this is the way I'm supposed to be going. Right, here we go. Release the thermal energy again. Right, that should open some more doors. Like that one. Don't really need to dispatch of those enemies as long as I know they're coming. I love that like running melee strike. That's a really fun thing to use. See, I think that I don't remember this being part of Metroid 2 on the 3DS. What was purple again? That was like an elevator room, I think. Yeah, it's an elevator room. Awesome. Get to explore more of this planet. ZDR. Deron. Right, so I'll play a little bit more so I can check this next area. Oh, that's cool. It's like a big... What would you call those things? Like... car thingies? What do you call them on skiing resorts? The things that like take you on like a zip line thing? I forgot what you call those. Basically one of those things. Can't think of the name. Ski lift? Yeah, kind of. Right, well whatever that is, I can't do it yet. Right, I think I get this. I think I need, like, the spacer shot or something so I can hit all 3 of those. So that won't be for a while. Kind of odd for there to be... kind of odd for there to be an empty space here. You think there'd be, like, a hidden item or something? Oh, yeah! Gotta watch out for that. Oof. Oh, fall through blocks. Or whatever the correct terminology for those kind of blocks are. You've seen them before in Metroid games. Right, so it's 3 missiles for those things. What about you? 4 missiles for that. Oops. Ow! Yeah, maybe I should go back and heal myself. Kinda took a bit of a beating there. Oh, right, I can't go back. I forgot. Nope. Oh, this one isn't working. Oh, that's pretty cool, that. Oh. Even when I'm not in an... I love when I slur my words together, it's the best. Even when I'm not in an enemy zone... Damn it. Right, well that's my first real non-enemy death. Like, even when I'm not in an enemy zone, it still really instills that feeling of dread in certain areas. Gotta watch out for those spiky things, because those things really do a lot of damage. Is there really nothing I can do here? Guess not. I mean, the pressure pad thing that I stand on is doing nothing. Guess I need to turn the power on for that to work. What kind of a door is that? Sealed door? Doesn't really say how to open it yet, so I guess I don't have the ability for it. Nope. Yeah, those things are kind of hard-hitting as well. I'm guessing that turns the power on. There we go. Now I can see shit. Oh, I guess sealed doors were like those kind of doors. I just couldn't, like, interact with them yet because there was no power. There we go. Now we're in business. Oh, yes, what did I get? The wide beam. Right, so this is the thing I was talking about. I think I said spazer, but I meant this. The one that shoots in 3 directions. Yeah, there we go. Now that makes sense. Fires 3 beams simultaneously. Press the Y button to fire. This beam can push wide beam boxes and destroy wide beam covers. Right. So yeah, that door down there, that's a wide beam door. What does that look like on the map? Looks like that. Alright. Interesting. Can I get in there? Oh, I can. I'm gonna try going back into this room, see if this... Yeah, that's working now. Excellent. Gonna be making regular visits to that. Right, so where should I go next? There's something there, but I don't think I can get into that room yet. It seems like I may need something, possibly. Ow. You fuck. Right, let's start exploring then. Oh, you can do a triple charge shot now? Excellent. Good shit. Oh. Yeah, those things certainly pack a punch. Right, back into the MA zone. Oh fuck. A different kind of MA? Yellow this time? Oh shit, this one can sprint! Oh, that makes it even scarier that that one can go fast. Nope. Gonna save. Right. Should I go over here? I mean, there's a door there, but... Or there's a box there. No, that just takes me back over there. So we want to, I guess, explore more of the MA zone. We need to go this way, I guess. Uh-oh. Oh no! Oh! No! Fuck! Too early. I'm dead. I was waiting for the right moment and I pressed it too early. I've only been able to successfully time that once so far. I didn't know you could destroy those small drones. At least I know that for the future. Ow. Fuck! No! Shit! I forgot that if you disable the Aeon, there's like a cooldown, so I can't do that. Ugh. Oh, I see. So if I touch that, that closes that door. Shit. Nope, that's not how that works. No, no. Oh, no. Morty. Fuck. Yeah. Knowing me, it's going to take a lot more than 31 deaths. I grossly underestimated. I mean, maybe I'll get better at this, but we're barely, like, we're not even 3 hours in yet, and I've already died 13 times, so yeah. I'm guessing that's, the speed thing, whatever you call it, the speed booster. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah. This part... Am I doing something wrong here? Like, this part right here, what am I... Like, 'cause I want to get through there, but I don't know how. Can I get around that? No! Good. Fuck off! Ah, too early! Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about that. That's the one thing that's like... Like, because I kind of figure that that platform is preventing me from, like, entering, but I don't know if I'm supposed to go through there. Because I don't know where else I'm supposed to be heading next. Maybe I'm not supposed to go that way. Hang on a second. I mean, there's a bit up there that I've not checked yet. Maybe I can't do anything in there right now. Maybe I have to, like, go back around again. Yeah, but there's an enemy. I'm guessing I haven't fully explored this part yet, so there may be like a door there that takes me through to this part. And then I can like find an enemy zone door that I can leave. Oh. Okay, well that explains it. Good. Yeah, fuck you. Right, so I guess... Yeah... I made a mistake. Any breakable walls here? No. No! No! Fuck, too early. See, I don't know if there's a specific timing to that or if it's random, like, because I'm trying to, like, anticipate it. It may be random, like, the timing of it. Right, so, do not, like, I know now not to go that way, because that's obviously the wrong way. Fuck off. I'll see if I can make a tiny bit more progress before we do some Castlevania. Okay. Sorry, my brain keeps telling me to do that. I want to try something, but I need to go back around again. I'm sorry about this. Like, I keep forgetting that I can't walk through there, otherwise I'm just gonna, like, close myself in. I'm not going back to the previous area yet. There's something I want to check there. Sorry, I'm like rushing things now, because I'm trying to get back to that spot so I can check something out. Yep. Really? Don't mind me just being impatient now. Nah. I was thinking there was like a wall there I could blow up. Like a ceiling block or something, I don't know. There's something over here, though. That's what I'm trying to figure out. But there is something up there, I'm just not getting enough time to, like, check it out. And forgive me for, like, going back around again, but I have to go back around again. If the enemy robot could give me a little bit more breathing room to, like, figure this shit out. Yeah, I need to recharge. Ow. Ow! Try that again. I guess the reason I started with, like, I was thinking about should I play this game first or second tonight. The same reason as Monkey Ball last night, like this is probably a more stress-inducing game, as fun as it is. So I kind of figured, okay, I'll start with this game and do Castlevania next. Fuck me. So that I keep getting hit by things unnecessarily. Like, I activated this, but I don't... Right, there's a door there I haven't checked, actually. How do I get there, though? Is the question. Now, there's a thing there that leads down there. Gonna go back into the MA zone one more time. I just want to be absolute sure that I didn't miss anything. Because if I don't check that, then I could like go somewhere else and spend like an hour wasting time and realizing, oh wait a minute, it was in the MA zone. Fuck. Oh, so what's that? Guessing that requires a power up there. Nah. Can't really exactly find something there, so I guess I'll just give up on that for now. Again, just wanted to make sure. Right, well, I'm in this room. Nope. Guess I need like the Morpho Bomb or something for that. Right, this one's not been used yet. Maybe I am supposed to go back. Because there's like those triple door things there. Right, okay then, let's backtrack. Also, do you see my energy? It's at 1. Because I used up my Aeon thing without realising. Thankfully there's a recharge station right here. Beam block. Wow, I took a beating there again. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back this way. Before I do that. gonna recharge real quick. Right, so maybe the game does want me to head back to the previous area. It's not super obvious, but I can't seem to find anything else in the current area that I can do, so maybe the whole point of that was to turn the power on and then come back here and then something different happens. But I've got the triple beam now, so I'll just look for doors that I can use that on. Right, well there's something up there apparently. You know, considering the Mercury Steam probably still have the source code for, like, Samus Returns, wouldn't it be great if they took that source code and, like, basically ported that game to the Switch? Like, fully upscale it 1080p, 60 frames per second, playable on Switch? That would be fantastic. Like, I'd buy that, even though I already own the game on 3DS, just to get, like, a better, like, you know, HD remaster. Yeah, I missed it. There's something up here. I don't know if it's required to advance, but there is something here. Nah. Might need a specific weapon for it to reveal itself. Right, we'll come back to that. Let's just continue for now. Oh. I'm surprised that it's taken this long for the Morph Ball to become available. Ow. Because when I think of Metroid games, I think, oh, we get the Morph Ball within the first hour. I've been playing this for almost 3 hours now, and I still haven't seen the Morph Ball. Maybe the next Chozo statue I see, I'll get it. Right, this must be where I'm supposed to go. Let me just see what's over here first. Oh wait, we've been in here. Right. Ah, I see. Right. I get it now. Nope. Oh shit. Another Metroid thingy. Mother Brain Jr. You know what that means? I'm gonna get the Omega Cannon again. So yeah, I think this whole room is just like a callback to like Mother Brain. Like between those little fire rings and then this motherfucker. There we go. Give me that Omega Cannon. I love how that thing looks. Right, time to take this Emmy down. The green one. Right, that's the face shielding off. Not enough room. Oh. Oh! Need a little bit more breathing room though. No! Fuck! Ah, shit. Missed. There we go. I should have first tried that the first time, but whatever. Green one is dead. There are now how many left? 4 in this place. Oh, there it is. Morph Ball acquired. And it only took 3 hours to get it. Right, so Morph Ball allows Samus to curl into a ball and enter narrow spaces. Press the L or tilt left stick down when crouched to transform. While in Morph Ball form, press the B button to jump. Also, I've got the Morph Ball jump already. Nice. While standing next to a narrow tunnel near the ground level, press B while moving toward the tunnel with L to automatically enter and switch to Morph Ball. Right. Right, no more Emmys in this Emmy zone, I can freely explore. But yeah, Morph Ball jump is included. I like that metallic clunk when you hit the grounds. Right, now to get the Morph Ball bombs. Yeah, this thing's still dead. Right, I think I'm gonna... I'll explore the rest of this zone, I'll check this area out. And then after that, I'm gonna save the game and we'll do some Castlevania for a bit. You can use the vents that the Emmy used now. Oh shit, you're right. Nice. So yeah, when the Emmy zones are like clear, then you can use those. we just remove those markers. Ah, there we go. Right, well, I'll stop at the next save point then. Ouch. Can't exactly defend myself in morpho modes. I'm guessing there's a save room next to me, so this might be a good place to stop for now. Nope, that ain't a save room. Oh, that's an ammo thing? Right, okay. There's the save room. Alright, okay then. I'd say this is a good place to stop for now. Played for about 3 hours. First impressions, I am loving this. It is fantastic. Truly the worthy successor to Metroid Fusion. Not sure if there's a way for me to go back to the title screen from here, but I'm really, like, thoroughly enjoying this. And again, it's frustrating with the Emmys, but I think that's the whole point of it, and it's still a really good experience. It's a lot of fun, and very appropriate month to release it on as well. So I will do some more of this very soon, probably do it again over the next couple of days this weekend.